Go ahead and get your popcorn and let's go ahead and see what they got to say today.
Greetings, Mechwarriors. Welcome to a devlog, one
That's
of
loud.
a few devlogs this week. Well, I should say hopefully this week. We've having a bit of trouble getting these out, but we wanted to get these information to you guys as soon as possible. As you may notice, Darren's not here with me. Instead, I have Mark. Say hi, Mark.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm filling in for Darren today.
Yes, and it's actually really exciting that you are because we have some really cool stuff to show them. So, what do you want to
Spilled my
just fill
coffee.
in on what we're going to look at,
All
Mark?
over myself.
Yeah, we're looking at the update to the quirks and skills in the mech lab that are going to be color coded, so you'll actually be able to figure out what each thing is in that list. We're going to be looking at the skill tree reconfigured.
What a lot of us been asking for.
We're going to be looking at the event queue.
Yeah, I like that already.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that why waste any time, right? Let's just jump right into it.
Agreed.
So
Yeah.
with that, I'm gonna click the scene change. Boom.
Thanks, I really like that
There we
picture
are.
right there.
So I guess there's one more preface that we should do, which is that everything is work in progress. We are in the process of getting these things finished and put in and tested. The other thing is that the screen itself is displaying in 720p. That's simply because I'm using it on remote desktop and playing through my computer at home. Let's take a look, Mark.
Yeah.
I just moused over the
Yeah.
adder here, and this is what you see. Describe what we're seeing, Mark.
Yeah. We got all our quirks and in color. You can see all the base armors in blue, all the ballistic stuff's in purple, lasers are in
I think that's kind of neat, but I don't know if that's really the biggest issue. Is just color scheming it.
yellow, the same way you would see them in a lot of the other color-coded stuff in
Like again, it's
in the
neat
game.
though. You know, I'm happy
So
they
if
did
you go
that.
to the mech lab, all the lasers are in that yellow category. They're now yellow here.
Yeah, it's just another thing to make
Show
it
them the
easier
next
for
part.
new people.
Missiles are
Hit
in
that
green
square.
as well.
Hit that button. I didn't
Oh,
know
the-
was
the
here
even-
for several years.
The even cooler view.
I did spend several years not knowing that button even existed as a
Wait,
player,
what
and
is
then
he
also
talking
as a
about?
developer, not knowing that.
View.
Show them the next part.
Missiles are
Hit
in
that
green
square.
as well.
Hit that button. I didn't
Oh,
know
the-
was
the
here
even-
for several years.
The even cooler view.
I did spend several
What?
years not knowing that button even existed.
Bro, I didn't even know that
as
fucking
a
button
player, and
existed.
then also as a
I didn't know
developer
you could do
for so
that.
long.
That's so
Expand
cool.
class
But yeah.
Full mech details.
I
If you
like
didn't know
that.
about it, then you learned it here first. Thanks, Mark.
And now they're actually organized
Same,
into
dude. That's
groups,
awesome.
based on the
I'll be playing with that a
categories
lot
of
more.
the skill tree system.
So
So you can
bonus
see that-
shows your chassis C-bill and XP bonus. This is a hero with a set of 8 quirk that gives it a 2.5% XP bonus.
Yeah, let's do the
Firepower,
clanner player.
Survival, operations, and sensors. These lists will grow, and I think we're looking at, Mark, adding a few more color codes.
Yes, I think we are talking about that. So that'll probably be coming shortly. It's not in this build yet.
The idea being that if it's a certain color on the skill tree, it should be a certain color in the quirk display as well. We'll try and match it up with the mech lab as much as possible as well. So that's a preview of all of the quirk color coding as it stands right now. Let's take a look at the skill tree.
Well, you've already got some
Let's see it.
set up on this guy because we've
There
been
it
working
is.
with it for half the day.
There it is, boys.
So
There it is.
Okay.
I think we'll just continue on anyway.
What is this? Not a clusterfuck. This makes my fucking literal. I don't even know. It makes everything happy. Put that, but look at that. That look. It doesn't look like a giant fucking clusterfuck spider web, where you're just click. Where especially new players are just clicking around trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Oh man. What the fuck? Look how, what is this? Dude, give me some of them credits, man. What is that? Actually, I'll take some of them C-bills even. Holy fuck.
Anyways, but this is your first look at the complete reconfiguration of the skill tree. What used to be a spider web has now become a very discrete set of paths for
Yes.
skilling up your mech.
Yes.
I love it.
And it does away with a lot of the needing to get a bunch of stuff to get one of the things you want at the end, or trying to pick and choose how to navigate through it.
And we collaborated with the Cauldron with this. They presented a really simplified design. But one of the key reasons we decided to keep this exact same number of nodes is that we didn't want to create a huge process of us refunding, doing some form of conversion on your XP and skills, then collapsing the skill trees, and you having to go back and reskill mechs.
Try to save the work.
System. Goal of this system is to make it easier for new players to understand, for existing players.
There it is. He said it. New players to understand. Because I'll tell you what, dude, I'm trying to explain to my friends how the spider tree works for skill sets. They're like looking at me like, well, I don't need that. Why do I have to get that? Well, I don't need this. How do I skip over this? Well, what's this? What am I clicking? It turns a fucking 30-minute conversation into an easy 5 to 10 minute tutorial of telling my buddies, hey man, this is why you need this. Look at this. Check these out. Read through it. You'll kind of have a good idea. So much easier. I wish I can zoom a little bit because it's hard for me to read these, but I mean, you get the general idea. Decontainment, I mean, it's all right there, you know, it's targeting. It's just so much easier.
Get the skills that they want and set up the mechs the way that they want, and as well
not wasting points.
Make it, part of the mech customization loop. Now, if you want advanced zoom on a mech, you just go in and you get it.
So
there it is.
There's going to be no
That's what I've been bitching about, because like you have to. Oh man. Oh yeah. Because how often you have to go all the way up to get that advanced zoom, dude? Advanced zoom is a fucking killer, dude, and I love it.
Refund. This is just the new system will land, and all your existing mechs will still work the way they are. You don't have to rework any of your skills.
Yes.
It just happens.
Yes. So the one caveat to that may be that if you have unlocked range all the way up to 10, but you omitted because of the path you took in the current skill tree, you didn't have range 4 or 5 or 6.
I'm not gonna lie, how hard is this to look at like other and like, oh, you know, and I'm happy they're doing it, and I'm like, maybe I'm just griping a little bit at this point, but like, look at this, dude. Like, how this is what they should have done in the beginning. Think about this, man. Like, how often do you see skill trees that are like less like spider webs and more just like, here's what you got here. Here's your targeting. Here's or let's look at freaking, you know, World of Warcraft. They have their skill tree symbolized into like what you want to be. Like, you know, it's like I don't know, it's been a while since I played WoW, so I'm not gonna pretend like I know exactly what I'm talking about with World of Warcraft, but I always remembered there being skill trees set up to be like if you want to be a warrior and you want to be like a fury warrior, they have like a fury tree set up, or if you want to be, you know, so it's very specified on like what you're doing, so you're not just putting points and shit that you really don't need.
6, you would have to then buy those once you started adjusting your skill tree. But until that time that you go into the skill tree and start making changes, your mech will just work as is. There'll be no change in performance from your previous existing skill tree.
And this reduces the number of clicks as well, right?
Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite things about this.
Yeah.
Is, let's show on a purely locked one here, is that traditionally you would go in and click each one along the path.
I know what they're going to say.
If I wanted to max out hard break and I had the skill points for it, I just click on the last one. I've equipped all of them. I can apply the changes. 7 skill.
There it is.
Saving. Done.
All those quality of life changes
Excellent.
people have been asking for forever.
Works for unequipping. I can click on the top one. They're all unequipped. Save. Okay. Done.
That's
so
amazing.
we still have 91 nodes, but we end up with way less clicks if you know which sections you just want to level.
Yes. And I'm hoping that it creates a lot more experimentation, feedback into something in the mech lab.
Well, what's this?
Oh, I've done this in the mech lab now.
I just realized that was there. What the fuck?
I totally want to go and make this really fast mech, so I want to focus on mobility.
What about Clan Ghost
There
Bear?
are a few nodes that the Cauldron did want us to kind of put behind some other nodes. In particular, those nodes were consumable slots.
Yeah. Well, also some of those extra features in that tree only work if you actually buy certain consumable slots as well. So that makes sense.
Yeah. As well in the sensor range, ECM and radar. Obviously, the ECM isn't on this mech, otherwise that would be equipable. But radar deprivation being a high value node at the end of the sensor range tree. So if I click on this, I can access this one, this one, this one, this one, and I've maxed out that tree very easily. Seismic sensor is another one that's placed at the end of a target info gathering chain.
Okay.
And
wait, go back. Stop, slow down. I want to look at them all.
Kinetic burst and speed tweak. Speed tweak is at the end of these kinetic burst chains. But again, really easy to max out your tree.
And way less way less expense to still get it. It's now only a little bit.
Yeah, you can omit any of these torso list.
Yeah, 12 points to get all your speed tweak.
Bam.
And you're getting just kinetic burst, a thing you probably want anyway.
Yep. So yeah, that is
that's
new
the
skill
way to
tree.
do it, guys.
What I'm gonna do is when we put up this devlog is I'm gonna get a screenshot of each section, but I'm gonna take a short break, Mark, and then when we come back, we can take a look at the
what? Short break.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm excited for that.
This is something I've been championing at the company for a long time, and it is event queue. And you'll notice up here at the top, Mark, look at this. Quick play, faction play, event queue. So this is your first look.
What does that mean? Like at Solaris?
Now, and it's exciting to finally see it.
It better be a success, or I'm gonna get fired. No, I think it'll be good. I think everyone's gonna love it. So this is the first look at the event queue window. First of all, the title of the event will go up here. So I've jokingly said things like Irby Derby in the past, or Steiner Scout Lance Mode, whatever we've decided to name the event.
Bro, I would run a Derby so hard, bro. I'd be in there with my fucking straight up, what is it, the police sirens. Oh, so yeah, I'd love that shit.
It'll be up at the top. The time remaining will let you know how long you have to drop in that mode. This area will be restricted to the kind of the description. So it'll talk about what mode, what map, what modifiers we may have. And then over on the side here, we also have a list of mechs allowed. Going to be anything from all mechs allowed, faction, like IS or clans, weight class, chassis type, so like Atlases, all the way down to the variant.
Okay, so we're going to be able to have a set mode. My understanding is we're only able to select one map and mode per event, so people will be able to know what map and what mode they're going into for the event, which means you can bring a mech that's designed for that and plan around that better. We'll be able to choose a selection of mechs or any mech depending on what the event is. We're going to have some modifiers that will be able to play around with things. People might remember long ago when
I think this could be fun. I know this is maybe like out of their league. I don't really know because I know they only have a small team working on Mechwarrior Online because they have a larger team working on other things. But realistically, if they do this and they have like an event queue, what would be really cool to see is like maybe an event queue where they add like a plane, like the tanks and the helicopters in. And, you know, you can control those too, or, you know, or if you have a choice, or if you die or something like that, or if you can't get enough kills, you can like choose one of those. Like, it would be amazing. Like, think about that, dude. You could be just, you know, because Mechwarrior Online, or Mechwarrior in general, is just more than about the mechs, guys. Like, it's about like the whole universe in itself. I mean, I know this isn't called BattleTech, but we're still talking about the BattleTech universe here when we play this game, so it would be really cool to actually see that. Like, I would absolutely love it. So, you know, we'll see what the future holds. You know, I'd love to see a lot more game modes than just straight mechs, even though the game is based mostly around mechs. Yes, because it's called Mechwarrior, but just the possibilities that really come with Mechwarrior Online, or even BattleTech games in general, so...
When Paul and Tina were running some stuff, and Paul was doing live edits to server settings and changing things on people, lowering the gravity, upping missile
Or just
spread.
add crossplay.
Those are some of the
Please.
things that we're not looking to make everything silly. We want to try and have something that feels fun, but we're still looking at what we could put as an initial set of modifiers for this system. So Matt, tell me about this drop deck.
Yeah, so
there's one mech here, but there's 4 slots.
Yeah, so if right now the mode is set to something that is a single mech drop, so like a traditional assault mode, but if we had a faction play mode where you required a drop deck, each one of these slots would be available, and you. Now, what's really interesting about
See, so what I don't understand too about this, and I'll never understand, is why can't you have every game mode have like a 2 mech drop or a 3 mech drop or a 4 mech drop? I mean, I guess with event queue, yeah, it'd be cool when they start doing faction, but like not everybody plays faction. Like everyone just hits that quick play button for the soup queue shit. Like why? Oh, what if we just gave like a second mech to everybody, like 2 mechs in a game? That would not only drag out the game, but it'd make it a lot more interesting. Or even just a supply depot. Maybe event queue could have a supply depot, like to where you could actually like, because I don't know how many times, I don't know if everybody has this problem too, but how often do you guys fucking go back and have to like, you're just dead because you don't have enough ammo? Like if I don't put at least one small fucking laser on everything I own, I'll be out of ammo like in no time. And like even with good ammo management, like you have to realize you can only do so much damage to another mech with whatever guns you have, like to the point to where it's like, even if every fucking thing hits from your mech to theirs, eventually you're gonna run out of ammo before you run out of killing mechs. You know, I say it happens. It happens to me quite often. Like even if I make contact with every single bullet, I push out, and then it's not like I can just add more ammo to my freaking shit. You're just out. You know.
this is it's not a drop deck from anywhere else. This is exclusive to the event queue, so it's just like a 1 to 4 mechs that you've selected to drop in the event queue in. And as well,
I'm probably gonna play a lot of
when
event
you click
queue.
on this, you select your mechs for
Yeah.
the event. This entire screen is filtered by what is allowed to go into the event queue. So you can apply these additional filters.
Give me an event where I can pick 4 mechs and resupply my ammo, and I will never play anything else again. Swear to God. Swear to God. And then you know what? This is actually like a really great idea, and the reason why I like the idea of this event queue, and I'll tell you, is it not only does it give you different game modes, it kind of sees what people like and what people don't like, so that you can, if it becomes popular enough or the idea becomes good enough or more people like that so much, they could take that little tweak they did and add it to the actual game. Like I said, supply depot. Put a supply depot in, put a supply depot in, put a supply depot in. I'm just going to keep saying it because, like, you know what? I, like, even if it's just back at your base and I have to return all the way to my base to resupply, at least it keeps me in the game. I mean, that's the one thing that annoys the shit out of me most. Like, I don't know how often at the end, again, I will say, not even just me, but, like, maybe me or 2 other guys will just be out of ammo, and we'll just be out there with 1 or 2 lasers, and it's just not, it's just either drags the match out, or it just makes it uninteresting at the end. You know, or even another cool thing, add a repair base somewhere. You know, like like make it really fucking interesting. Throw a repair bay out there. There you go. Oh, that would piss people off, but it'd be so much fun. You know, add supply depots and repair bays all over the map. Like standing in something repairs them. Maybe it's to a certain time or something like that. You know, just more stuff to have fun with. You know, because who likes to go out there, get blown up, and be done in 5 seconds? Like, you know, especially the new players. Like, it's not really fun for the new players for that to happen. Because when I was new, or super new, I'd go out there, and people would just fucking kill me, and I'd be like, okay, well, that was done. All right, now I'm kind of bored. It actually took me like 3 times to come back to this game to actually start enjoying it, because I was like, all right, that's it. I love Battletech. I'm going to learn to play this game. And now I play it, and I don't do too bad. But, you know, at the same time, like, for new players, going out there and getting destroyed because there's so many fucking veterans in the game, it's hard. It's hard. It's not fun. It's not fun at first. It takes you got to build up mechs. You gotta build up some freaking, you know, some skill, you know, and it takes a minute. So why not just give them the ability to do more, you know, to have more? Because if I have if in the beginning, if I would have had like how War Thunder does it, where I have one or two tanks I can play, or yeah, like 2 or 3 tanks I can play at a time, I probably would have stuck around a little longer. War Thunder kind of has kept me in that because it's like, okay, well, I died, so I still have 2 more tanks at least to give it a shot. Now it's like, but in Mechwarrior, it's extremely unforgiving in that way. You only get one tank, or you only get one mech. Tank, whatever you want to call it. Mechs are just giant tanks, walking tanks, so. But, you know, you see what I'm saying. Let's keep going, because, like, this is a little, I still got, like, 5 more minutes left in this video, and I want to keep talking.
But it will never show you a mech in this screen that you can't take into the event.
That's cool.
Okay. And for groups?
Oh, yes. So, in the group menu,
Groups.
group type, switch from quick play to event queue.
Okay.
There.
Nice.
And then as well, access it through this button up here, and select your mechs filtered by the event queue as well.
Cool. I'm so excited for this. It's gonna bring a lot of the ability to try interesting things and just stop some of the game from being stale.
Yes.
And at the same time,
freshness, baby, freshness. Bring it to the game, because that's another thing we're losing players to. That game is stale. Everyone's played the same, not only map, but the same mech, and done the same thing over and over and over again. We've all deathballed into one spot and killed each other trying to do it, okay? We've all accidentally killed a teammate. We've all, you know what I mean? I just bring something new to the game. Like, what if, what if, crazy idea, what if, like, instead of just 2 teams, we have 4 teams, 3 teams, and you fucking pit all against each other, you know? Maybe, I mean, the maps are big enough to handle 12 versus 12. Why not 4v4v4, or 4v4v4v4v4? Yeah. There you go. Event queue, baby. Event queue the shit out of that.
quick play will still be there.
Yeah, in the past weekend,
get rid of quick play, please. I fucking hate it.
An MWO event.
Make like an assault play.
This queue will now become my foolish things to do in the event queue, and I won't bug people if people don't like what's happening in the event queue. They can definitely stick to quick play, and those rule sets won't change. So yeah,
just get rid of quick play. Make an assault play. Make like different, like, all right, so instead of quick play, just make a drop down menu and click what they want to play, so you're not picking it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to play like team deathmatch or assault, whatever the fuck you want to call it, or I want to play like domination, or I want to play, freaking capture the flag shit, just whatever you want to play. I mean, there's no capture the flag, I'm just fucking around, but you see what I'm saying? If you make a drop down menu and you tick the boxes, then you could see what's the most popular and you could focus on that. You know what I mean? The more, like, like, because people are gonna, like, not just tick one box. Let's be real here. Unless people really want to sit and wait that long. But I mean, there's times where I would tick, like, domination, some kind of assault, maybe fucking, base capture shit, anything. I would tick all 3 boxes because I don't care what I get into. Some people are more picky on what they want to get into. I mean, make it to where it's just a map select, I think that would be a good idea. Get rid of quick play. Just get rid of it. Because it's like, I want to go into a game mode where I have an idea what the hell I'm going into. I don't like, because then it's like, it kind of gives you an idea of what mech to pick. Even if if I do more than one, like, yeah, people are going to say, oh, well, you're splitting up the player population. Yeah, but the player population is going to play what they want to play. If everyone wants to just fucking kill each other in a team deathmatch, they're going to just play a team deathmatch. You know what I mean? Because then it's going to, I mean, yeah, it'll force everybody into a team deathmatch, but how often do you really see teams getting forced into a team deathmatch? You don't. I mean, sometimes it's there and people will play it and whatever, but most of the time people are like, oh, domination or this or that or this or that, whatever. So let's not pretend that's the only thing that's going to happen. I mean, yeah, it is a possibility, but you won't know until we try it, and I think that's what this game needs. I think it needs that freshness to it. I mean, this is a good toe in the right direction style thing going on here, but I still think like just even a drop down menu where you can click and see what you want to play, and then but why not just add with that drop down menu when you hover over it, just say the percentage of people playing it. Like, okay, There's 10% of people playing this, 15% of people playing this online right now. So, I mean, they do it with mechs. They do light, medium, heavy, assaults. They have it all set up to who's playing what and what's being played the most. So what the hell's the difference? Why can't they make that happen? You know, maybe I'm just asking for a lot, but I just think these are realistic goals. Like, I think these are good ideas. Now, I could be completely wrong, and I'd be glad to hear from you guys, and you guys tell me otherwise, but I really think this is a good idea. You know, it's just not just freshness when you add to the game. Like, I don't diversify the game, make it better for more players. Cross-platform. I'm going to keep preaching this probably forever until this game dies. Cross-platform is what this game needs. I'll tell you right now. You know how many people on Xbox and PlayStation, and my friends who don't play on PC would love to play this game with me because I've been like, oh, bro, it's a great game. Is it cross-platform? No. Is it on Xbox or PlayStation? No, it's only on PC. Well, that fucking sucks. I guess I ain't playing that game. Guess what? They're not playing this game. But guess what would happen if they did? Or if they could, they'd play it. Telling you, man, I could drag like 10, 20 people into this game easily just from freaking this game being crossplay. So, either way, let's keep going. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
I'm super excited for it. I can't wait.
Yeah, and we've left out a few details here and there that we're going to probably share in the future. Example, Mark, like we forgot to mention, we're actually reducing the cost of acquiring skill points.
Ooh.
Yes.
Forgot to mention that in the group or the event queue, you're going to be able to have groups of specific sizes, the number of players from 1v1 all the way up to 12v12,
What?
and also say groups are allowed in event queue or no groups in event queue, or even further to that, you can say groups only in event queue. There's a lot more details that we'll be coming out with as we get closer to completion of this feature. We wanted to let you guys know what it is we're working on, what it is we were putting on the roadmap, and so you guys can look forward to it.
Cool. Can't wait. Excited for it.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to be joining us for another devlog tomorrow, Mark.
Yes.
Oh.
Max.
X. Awesome.
Keeping you rolling in Max.
Sweet. So another devlog today, technically today.
Cool. So that's it for this devlog. I hope you guys enjoyed the preview. Give us your feedback in the forum threads. We'll be reading them, checking them out. We'll try and keep you guys up to date as we progress and when this feature is going to land. Right now it's looking like May. But until then, we'll just keep sharing information. Until next time, Mechwarrior. Bye from me. Bye from Mark.
So Solaris will be gone. Goodbye. Good riddance. Actually, that shit out now. Just make it Mechwarrior Online. Let's be real here. Get rid of that Solaris trash. You can even just call it Mechwarrior Faction Play Online or Mechwarrior Online Faction Play because it's Solaris is garbage. I think if people had the ability to play Faction Play more or understood it better, I think it would be played a lot more. I think there should be a tutorial. I don't know if there is a tutorial, but I think if there is or is not, I think there should be one on Faction Play. That's a pretty cool scene, though. I like that. That looks like a good background screensaver. Is that it? There's only like 5 minutes of this.